This is Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Today, we're going to be talking on this self care Saturday, this Saturday of resetting and mindset shifting, how we can do some pouring into ourselves and loving ourselves better. And while this is not going to be a copy and paste, in everybody's life. Everybody loves themselves in a different way. And it's just about making sure you're making application in your life and doing all of the things that you need to do so that you see it's a personal thing. How you can personally love yourself better on this day, on today, not based on yesterday, not based on what your parents, how they love you, not based on a romantic relationship, not based on a friendship, not based on your financial situation, not based on what your health is, but how you personally, within yourself, within your spirit, with what you have, with your situation, your talents, and your gifts, learning to love ourselves in the best way possible. So, we're going to be talking about some of those things that we can each personally do so that we can love ourselves better, because that's what's important in this life. We cannot be good vessels, we cannot be good human beings until we first learn how to put on our own oxygen mask, learn how to protect our own mental, emotional, physical, financial health. Okay, we have to take care of ourselves. And if we're not breathing right, if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're not well here physically, in our spirit, mind, body, and spirit, we cannot be okay for others. And I'm telling you that it's a transfer of energy, it's a transfer of power. It really is. We transfer for our power in a good way or a bad way. And I wanted to say on this Saturday, which is a time where most of us, slow down a little bit, relax, and reflect. We need to think about how we can today, with what we have, with what we can afford, learn to love ourselves in a better way possible. And I'm going to get into talking about some of those things. Okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this Saturday, for giving me some of your time. So let's get into it. We're going to be talking about how we can love ourselves better. Okay. And self love is one of the most important things that we can ever do for ourselves. Even when other people can't show up for us, even when people can't show up for you, do you make a choice to show up for yourself? Okay. And how do we do that? We do that by number one, by practicing self-compassion. Okay. Compassion is something that we usually give to other people. We usually are very, slow and listening and being there, showing up, being kind, doing all of the things for other people. But are we showing up and doing all of the things and giving ourselves that compassion? For myself, I had to learn that it was okay. I had to learn to give myself the permission to slow down, to take some deep breaths, to relax, to take care of my mental health, to take care of my physical health, and also understand that if I am not in a good space, that it is okay to isolate yourself from other people. We do have to self-protect. That's a part of self-compassion as well. Hi, Colton. How are you doing? Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's so important that we apply that self-compassion. Okay. We are deserving of compassion. And I know a lot of times as adults, as moms and dads and brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, whoever we are to other people in our life, we'll be so willing to give and to pour into others and to empty ourselves of everything, what we have financially, what you have emotionally, and you're just giving, giving, giving to everybody. But are you giving to yourself? Yeah. On this self-care Saturday, we're going to talk about ourselves. We're going to take some moments and think about how we can pour into ourselves, okay? How we can protect our mental health, how we can love ourselves better. Good morning, the Garden of Inspiration. How are you doing? Mod on deck. Make sure you check out the Garden of Inspiration's channel. She has an amazing channel. Hi, King Ivo. How are you doing? Welcome. Yes, everybody. So the first point was practicing self-compassion. What are some of the things that you personally are doing to have some self-compassion for yourself? For me, I had to learn to slow down. And as we age, it's not going to be how it was when you were a teenager or how it was when you were in your 20s. As you get older, you have to learn to shift the way you love yourself. And that's something that nobody has ever taught me. I've never read that in a book. It's something that I personally have learned on the journey of learning to love myself in a better way. I had to learn that as I get older that I can't do what I've always done, and I will not feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty because you're learning healthier habits. And it's a part of our mindset shift. It's a part of our well-being. It's a part of us self-protecting ourselves, okay? Garden of Inspiration says, I'm doing well. I hope all is well with you. Yes, all is well. Thank you so much, Garden of Inspiration. Happy Saturday to you. King Ivo says, I'm good. How are you? Oh, amazing. I'm alive. I'm blessed, highly favored, all of those things. I'm motivated. I'm inspired. I'm encouraged, and I'm ready to pour back into all of you. Hi, Coach Sherry. Good morning. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you being here, okay? Because it's so important to have this. Make sure you go over and you check out Coach Sherry's channel. She has an amazing channel. And in the building, we have Friends with Super Channels. How are you doing? Good morning, Gio. Thank you so much for being here. Check out Friends with Super Channels as well. So everybody, let's get into point 2. How can you personally learn to love yourself better? And for me, it's so important for me to learn this self-acceptance. No matter if other people accept you, and that can be a whole thing, part of our healing journey and learning to love ourselves better is learning to let go of other people's interpretations, other people's assumptions, how other people want to love us or not love us can affect how we love ourselves. And we have to put an end to that. Okay, you have to end that. You have to end expecting for people to do things for you. And we do. We expect for the people that are related to us by blood. You expect that from a romantic partner. You expect that from a friend. But we cannot give us to another person. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't take the things that we are thinking, the things that we are feeling, and download it in another person and expect for them to, throw it back to us. Unfortunately, it's not the way it works. If somebody wants to do something for us, they will. And the majority of the time, people don't want to. People only love you out of convenience, and when you stop being convenient to them, they move on. They move on to another romantic partner, or they move on to somebody else that they can leech off, use, manipulate, and control. I'm just saying. I'm just the messenger, okay? Giving the message today. So it is what it is, but don't let if another person doesn't accept you, do not make it stop you from accepting yourself, your flaws and all. Your flaws and all. It took me a very long time, Motivators family, to accept myself for the way that I was, the way that I talk, the way that I look, the way that I think. And other people will have you thinking that you're crazy, you're weird, you're strange because you want to be positive, because you want things out of life. Okay? And that's not everybody, but I'm just saying, but that's me. I expect respect. I expect loyalty. And that's one of the things that I had to learn in loving myself better is I can't expect me from other people, but I do have standards. I do have values. And some people, as they say in the South, when people cut their draws with you, when they've done too much, okay, they can't come back, okay? I had to learn to stop giving people so many chances to hurt me. And while you can forgive people, it doesn't mean you have to let them continue to be in your life. Okay? When someone shows you who they are, when the mask drops off, when a person reveals, okay, this is who I am, and you see it, don't hide from those red flags. Okay? They're already showing. I'm not going to show up for you. I'm going to lie to you. I will steal from you. I will backstab you. I will betray you. I will lie to you. I will manipulate you. I will not show up for you. So when you see that, Motivators family, what will you do? What will you do when someone shows you that they don't love you, they don't care for you? And I'm not saying that people have to show up for you every single time you want something or every single time you need them. But what I am saying is that if somebody cannot give to you in some way, in their love language, because everybody has a different love language. Everybody is not a person that will be there and be affectionate and this and that, because that's not everybody's personality. But you can show up and show love by listening. You can show up by being kind. You can show up by being spiritual. You can pray for other people. There's a lot of ways you can check on people. It does not have to always be financially driven, but showing love, period, and not just making an excuse is important in a healthy relationship. And I wanted to say that to everybody. Don't let people give you crumbs, okay? Don't let people give you crumbs and drop little crumbs or say that they're loving you, and that's not what you need. When you personally know what you need and how you want to be loved, do not settle for anything less. And I'll say it again for those of you who can't hear me in the background. Do not settle for less than you deserve. Okay? It took me a really long time to come to this space as a woman. And I hope that I can help to elevate the minds, the hearts, and the spirits of other people. Stop letting people hurt you over and over again. Stop letting people control you with excuses. Stop. You know they're not going to show up, because if they wanted to show up, they would have been done it. Okay? Obviously, they don't want to. Obviously, they don't care. Obviously, whatever. Obviously, they're selfish or a manipulator or whatever the case may be. So, we're going to leave that right there. Okay? We're going to leave that right there. Okay? We're going to go into that a little bit later. And I saw Jill's Comfort Zone. Hey, Jill, how are you doing? Mod on deck. Make sure you check out Jill's Comfort Zone as well. Okay, thank you for being here. I hope you're doing amazing, Jill. Coach Sherry says, absolutely never settle for less than what you deserve. Okay, never. And I know in learning and forming a relationship with myself, and for those of you who this may be a new concept to you, because it was definitely a new concept to me, learning to have a relationship with myself. We'll be pouring so much into having a relationship with, your relatives, your kids, your significant other, your partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or friends. You'll be so busy pouring into other people and working on those relationships. But the most important of the two relationships. In my opinion, I'm not saying it's everybody's, but my thing is the most two important relationships, the relationships that you have with your higher power and the relationship that you have with yourself. Most people aren't giving that enough time. But on today, on this self-care Saturday, we are going to get into talking about how we can love ourselves better, okay? Let's see. King Ivo says, hold on, let me move up so I can hear. This is getting good. Thank you, King Ivo. I appreciate you. Good morning, Real Odds and Evens. Welcome in. And yes, it comes to them having accountability. And how many of us, let's be 100% honest, okay? Because we're honest in the motivators room, in this circle where we support, we encourage, but also we are transparent. And that's going to be a conversation for another day, but it's a difference in being honest and a difference in being transparent. Are you transparent with yourself? See, I know that for myself. If I'm going to completely empty myself and bare everything, bare my heart, bare my soul, that you can be honest with yourself, but we're not completely transparent. We'll say, oh yeah, I'm doing good. And you know you're not good. You can always tell lies to other people and tell, oh yeah, I'm good, because you want to put on your best face. You don't want people in your business. But when it comes to you as a woman, or when it comes to you as a man, you don't have to put on any facade, any fakeness. You don't have to put on a mask. You don't. You have to be transparent with yourself. And that's what we're going to get into talking about today. And that part of being self accountable, being self-accepting of ourselves, how we are, everything, the way you look, the way you talk, your talents and your gifts, accept that. And I want to say that to everybody. I want to say that to every single person that is listening, every person in the sound of my voice, whether you're live now or watching on the replay. You have to first accept yourself in order for you to be happy, in order for you to have peace. Oh boy, this is a lesson. Woo. You could be out there chasing love from other people to validate yourself. You're chasing for romantic love. You're chasing the money. You're chasing this, status, clout, having material things. You're chasing. And at the end of the day, you will be hollow and empty on the inside. Woo! Is that a message for somebody? You can be doing all of those things, chasing, and then you can have all those things. You can have the romantic relationship. You can have great friends. You can have loved ones. You can have friends. You can have financial success. But what about yourself? You completely empty yourself, wear yourself out, chasing all of those said things. But what about you? Are you okay? Here? How is your mental health, Motivators family? How is your mental health? We will be so busy pouring into other people that we forget about, am I okay? How am I coping with life? And you're not. See, we're not going to do any fakeness over here. We're putting all of the cards on the table. Okay, they're all there. It's exposed because we don't do the games and the playing. We're fully grown. We're mature people over here. We tell the transparent truth. Yeah, a lot of people talk about honest truth. No, the transparent truth. It's time for us to be transparent with ourselves because we're talking about how we can love ourselves better. Not the honest truth, transparency. I mean, you can be honest, but the whole transparency is, how is my health? And I done gained weight, lost weight. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not eating well. I'm not drinking my water. I'm not minding my own business. And I don't mean other people. I mean my own personal business. I'm not taking care of my finances. I'm not loving myself the way that I deserve. I'm not getting my exercise. We know the things that we're not doing. We know the things that we have been slipping on. Seeing, but today on this self-care Saturday, we're in that healing process. We're mindset shifting, and we don't have anybody who is against us. This is just about us, okay? And it's no personal attacking. But if we want to be our best self, our happiest self, our self that is at peace, our self that is going to be able to sustain it, okay? Because we can't sustain a lie for very long. Ask me how I know. See, I lived a lie for a very long period of time, lying to myself that I was happy, lying to myself for peace. You can have all those things like I talked about. You can have a great relationship with your relatives. You can have a good money in the bank. You can make the success. You know, you've climbed the corporate ladder or your business is booming. But what about you as a woman, as a man? Do you feel whole? Do you personally love yourself? Are you doing the things that you want to do? Not the things that you do just to care for your family, working that 9 to 5 job and all of those things, but are you doing what you want to do with your life? That is the question for reflection on loving ourselves better. Am I doing what I should be doing for me? Am I living my life's purpose and mission? Am I? See, it's a personal question. This doesn't have to do with anybody who's in our life. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say. See, we're bearing it all. Everything, our soul, our heart, our spirit, everything's exposed because we're going to be transparent with ourselves. And it's time that we learn to be transparent with ourselves. This is 2025. You know, all of these years have gone by, and I don't know about you all. You know, we're getting older, and it's a time for us to not just be getting older and just piling on the years, but it's time for us to put some maturity down. Okay? Have I gotten my plan together? Oh, Jill, welcome. Welcome to the Motivators family membership. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I can't wait for you to join in on a member-only live stream. That's going to be awesome. Welcome, Jill, to the Motivators family. I definitely appreciate you. We're going to have fun. So, hey, Eastad, how are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. So I did want to say that to everybody. I don't know how many of you have ever been through bullying, and bullying is not just childhood. Bullying is our entire life. You could be bullied your whole life and doing all of the things that other people want you to do. You could be doing everything that your partner wants you to do. You could be doing everything that a friend wants you to do. You could do everything that society wants you to do, and you could still feel hollow. You could still feel like, I don't accept this. This is not what I want. This is not what I like. I'm not happy. And you could be doing all of those things, and everybody in your life can be happy. But here's the question for reflection. You ready? Because we're about to go in. But are you happy? See, I can say for myself, I had a lot of people in my life, and they were very happy. Oh, I love you so much, Marlene. Yeah, but why do you love me? Because I show up for you. But do you show up for me? See, we're not doing the sugarcoating. We're not, no, the fakeness. A lot of relationships that we have, people only love you while they can use you, while they can control you, while they can know your business. But when you stop doing those things, when you start drawing away and you start self-protecting, self-loving, and walking in your gifts, your personal gifts, doing what you love and thriving, now you're going to find out who really loves you back. And that's what I personally had to learn. I don't know if everybody's mission is mine, but I went about, in my whole spirituality, I did a whole shift, and I just said, reveal the people who are meant to be in my life. If they don't support me, if they don't love me, please remove them from my life. Please protect my heart. Please only draw people to me that love you like I love you. And I'm telling you, people started dropping out my life like flies. They were gone. You started seeing people stab you in the back. I'm telling you, when you start pouring into yourself and loving yourself, living your life's purpose with passion, when you become happy, and I'm telling you, when you start slimming down, taking care of yourself, looking good, taking care of yourself, going to the doctor, taking care of your health, eating healthy, telling you, you're going to find out who are really your people, and they'll drop off. Let them drop off. You don't need them. Because I know for myself, I thought I needed people in my life because of a title. Because that's your husband, that's your wife, that's a girlfriend, boyfriend, that's my sibling. Yeah, but are they loving you how you deserve? Not want to, not request, deserve. And some people don't deserve you. Woo! Well, I'm telling you, that was a whole therapy session. That was 7 years of my therapy wrapped up into how many minutes we've been live? 26 minutes. Some people don't deserve you. So stop letting them occupy space in your mind, in your heart. Give them their freedom papers. Cut the umbilical cord. Stop saying yes to things that you really want to say no to. Stop showing up just to, because you are supposed to, just because that's this person or that person. Stop showing up for people because of titles, because you feel you have to. No, you don't have to do nothing. You don't want to. All you have to do is be yourself. All you have to do is follow the path that has been given to you. And everybody has a path, but most of us do not listen to that calling. We're not taking in the message. Okay? Be yourself and love yourself. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Yes, real odds and evens. Honesty versus transparency. I like that. Yes. Only thing I'm chasing is the Lord. Amen, Jill. Amen. Coach Sherry says, those that chase never catch. That's why they continue to chase. You better speak, Coach Sherry. Yes. Friends with Super Channel says, speak on it, Marlene. Yes, agree. Health is wealth. And I'm telling you all, when I started taking myself seriously, when I mean, embrace like a full, it was almost like when I started to say, I made a pronouncement. I made speaking over my life that I was no longer going to allow anybody, antibody, to use me, to manipulate me, to control me, to tell me how I should live my life. And I said, from that moment on, it was going to be me and God. From that moment on, it's me and God. It's me and God. It's me and God forever, for the rest of my life. Okay? And I meant that, and I mean that. Yes. Okay. And I mean that. And I hope you all mean that too. Yes. Coach Sherry says your eyes become wide open. Yes. It becomes wide open. Okay? And you really get to see like the cracks in relationships. And you're like, well, why did I think I deserve this relationship? I'm telling you, it's a freedom. Leave the relationships that are no longer serving you. Leave the relationships that do not heal you. Leave the relationships that do not fortify, not just what you think you should get, but there has to be something that those relationships do to your soul. Do you feel peace when you're around them? Do you feel support, encouragement? Or are they clapping for you? Or is it vice versa? Is it always you clapping for them? It's always you giving to them. You're always pouring out. You're always pouring out, but do they pour in to you? See, that's the question on this self-care, this self-love, this reset Saturday. We're talking about the message of honesty. You know, we're not just being honest, we're being transparent with ourselves. Good morning, Miss Carol. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. So let's get back into this topic, okay? How can we love ourselves better, okay? And I think another thing is very important to this topic, and that is self-trust. Whoa. Are you all ready? Put on your seatbelt. We're about to go in. How can we love ourselves better when it comes to self-trust? See, we don't really think about self-trust. We think about other people, you know, how can we trust them? But have you ever thought about self-trust? Do I trust myself? Do I trust my own thoughts? Do I trust when I feel someone's energy's off? You better. It's a learning process. As we go through this journey of life, we need to learn to trust ourselves, okay? And not in everything, because we're not perfect and because we make mistakes, but learning to trust yourself enough to say, go ahead, I can do this. In our seasons of resetting, in our seasons of starting over, in our seasons of healing, it's okay. Trust yourself to say, I'm strong enough to move past the situation, and not saying this is too hard. See, I'm telling you, I had the best mentor. And when I say the best, I mean the best mentor ever. Okay. And she taught me this. You have to learn to trust yourself. Okay. Learn to trust that I can get through it. Any obstacle, any struggle, I can learn anything. I can grow through things. I can elevate. Trust that you are gifted at whatever it is that you're gifted at, whether it be small or whether it be large. Trust that I'm amazing. You know, you have to have that confidence, okay, in yourself, okay? I trust myself to start again. I trust myself to reset. I trust myself that when I'm tired, I let myself rest, okay? I trust myself that I have the ability to do great things. I trust that I can elevate. I trust that I'm going places. And then I follow up by the action. See, I want to tell you all something about me. See, it's been a work in progress over the past 8 years. My life completely shifted when a major shift happened to me. A big chasm happened, and I felt like I was going to fall into it. I experienced major losses in my life, 5 major losses to be honest, and that changed the trajectory of my life. And when I made a decision that I wasn't going to let my pain consume me. I wasn't going to let my trauma. I wasn't going to let my past. I wasn't going to let my childhood. I wasn't going to allow other people's projections or assumptions to be my life anymore. I was going to learn how to be a better communicator. I was going to learn how can I be happy. I was going to learn how I can use my gifts, and I was going to learn how to monetize it. And I'm happy to say, I'm proud to say, every day I wake up, I'm getting closer and closer to my dreams because I've learned to trust myself. I've learned to talk to myself, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. How we can love ourselves better is working on having positive self-talk, okay? See, we're talking about all of the selves. We started off by talking about self-compassion, and then we talked about self-acceptance. We talked about self-trust, and now we're going to be talking about self-talk. Now, this is something that most people don't do, or they will talk to themselves, but they'll talk to themselves in a negative way. They'll always talk about and focus on, they'll hyper fixate, they'll only look at all of the bad things in their life, but they never look at all of the amazing things that they do have. They don't understand about gratitude and appreciation. And it's not just about the big things, it's about the small things. And, people don't understand. People can look at us and judge us and think everything is okay because you have certain things. But people don't know about the small little things, the moments of weakness, the times where you have your mental breakdowns, the times where you don't know how you're going to pay your next bill, the time where you wanted to go off on somebody and you didn't, your time where you matured, or the time where you made a decision to protect yourself. These are the times where you need to celebrate yourself. These are the times you need to clap for yourself. And I will always say this: celebrate yourself. Celebrate. You don't need anybody's permission to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. You say, you know what? The old me, the former me, oh boy, if you had did that 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, I would have popped off. I would have went into a rage. I would have screamed. I would have made a big scene. But today, what did I do? I just said, not. I either said nothing or I just walked away. Celebrate your wins when you have those moments of your personal growth and development. I love to say that. I love to encourage myself, and it's not being, haughty. It's not thinking too much of yourself, but you need to celebrate yourself when you overcome even small feats in your life. Small little challenges. It may not be a challenge for other people, but it may be a challenge for you. And these are the times where you need to say, and I do that. And I clap for myself, say, Marl, I'm so proud of you. Say, ooh, you walked away. I'm proud of you. You did that. Or you did something and you were tired and you normally would have made an excuse, but that time you put on your sneakers and you went for your exercise, or you put down the soda, you put down that cake, you put down that gravy, you put down the fried food, and you made a better decision to love yourself better. You made a healthier choice. See, that is monumental in loving yourself better, is learning to applaud for yourself. Other people don't know about those small victories, but you do. But God does. God knows your small victories, and you know of them. So don't wait for another person. Applaud yourself, okay? And that's what I want to say about that. In learning to about the self-talk. In those moments when you did something big, major for you. It doesn't have to be major for other people. And you don't have to tell anybody. The only person you need to convince and tell is yourself. And say, I'm proud of me. And I'm doing amazing. And I crushed that. I did that. I wanted to give in. I wanted to have that. But I'm not doing that. I'm choosing better for me because I love myself. Monumental, life-changing. And I'm telling you, when you start making a lot of small, better decisions and encouraging your own self, I'm telling you, you elevating, you grow, you mature. Okay. And that's a big difference as an adult, is maturing. Not just being grown, but maturing. When you had every reason to get even and you did it. When you had every reason to go off. When you had every reason to make an excuse, but you didn't. You were accountable. You were transparent. And you made a choice to love yourself. Those are the time to applaud and celebrate for yourself, okay? Yes, be your biggest cheerleader. That's right, Coach Sherry. Garden of Inspiration says, that's what I'm talking about. You go, Marlene. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, thank you so much. I received that. And I'm proud of all my Motivators family. See, I don't know all of you individually, but one thing I know is that every single person has a struggle. Every single one of us has struggles, emotional struggles, financial struggles, health struggles, physical struggles. We always have something that we are trying to deal with. So when you overcome something, when you do something, make sure you tell yourself, I'm so proud of you. And you'll see, I'm telling you, that has shifted the trajectory of my life and brought me so much peace and so much joy, learning to celebrate my small wins. My small wins. And the more small wins you have, you're going to see how far you've come, how much you've grown, how your peace increases, how your joy is increasing. Your joy, not the joy that you need from other people. And I think that was so huge in loving myself better, is not waiting for this person or that person to bring me joy, to bring me peace, to do this for me. Learning to do it for myself. Do it for yourself, okay? Now, that is important in learning to love yourself better. Don't wait for somebody to do something for you. If you want to do something, go for it, you know? And this is another part about loving yourself better. And we're all on the selves today. Learning to give yourself the permission to win. Self permission, okay? That's key to being your best. That's key to you being happy. That's key to accomplishing your goals. You have to talk to yourself and give yourself the permission. And it's things that I love to say to myself. I give you the permission to rest today. Okay? I give you the permission to rest. I give you the permission to be happy, you know? And I have to say to everybody, okay, I promise I'm not going to cry. I want to. I had to learn that I didn't have to be angry anymore. And for anybody who has major things that's happened to them, like traumatic things, people have abandoned you, stabbed you in the back, bullied you, put you down, not supported you, talked about you, stabbed you in the back. When you carry all of that weight on your back and you do not give yourself the permission to let that go, if you let all that anger, all that pain control you, and it will, I'm telling it will. And it doesn't matter how much of a smile you try to put on your face. Eventually, you are going to have to face it. And you can hide from it. You can run from it. You can throw it as a skeleton in your closet. You can deny it. You can lie to yourself. But every day you wake up, you're the one that has to carry that weight and that pain. You do. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I'm amazing, you know? And I love that. I love that for you, and I love that for me. It's like in the past few years, it's the first time in my life, like I say it with my chest. I look at myself and say, I love me. And I say, I'm amazing. And I say, I have found my purpose. And I have so much peace. And I'm so blessed. And I mean that fully 100%. And I have found the best people. I have met the best people. I have helped people. I have poured into people. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because anybody who knows about my story and what I have been through and all my struggles, I had so many people and they doubted me. And I know many of my motivators family, that many people have doubted you, you know, but people don't understand about the underdog. The underdog, they're not looking for you to win, but here you are winning. Here you are succeeding. And there's a lot of people who feel like you need them, okay? You can never be successful without me. You can never have this or that. Whether it's a job, like you need that little piece of a job, or like you needed that romantic partner, or you needed that friendship. No, you need yourself. You can always find money, okay? You could always find friendship, but you can't get another this. You can't get another you, and I want you to do that to yourself. I can't get another me. I'm irreplaceable, okay? Hmm. When I stood in the weight, when I poured into myself, it was like an out of body experience when I looked at myself and said, girl, what are you doing? You're pouring into everybody but yourself. You're loving everybody but you. You're healing everybody but yourself. So I had to go about learning. I had to learn me. Like, girl, what do you even like? What do you like to do for fun? Because that had escaped me for many, many years. Fun? What is fun? All you're doing is being a responsible adult. All you're doing is working. All you're doing is supporting others. But you're not supporting yourself. How about learning to support your own dreams? There's that. And when I really embrace that, what fortifies my soul, not just my day, what fortifies my soul? Like, what is your purpose? Like, what would you do for the rest of your life, even if you didn't get paid for it? What would you do? And I was like, And I was like, I love to help people. I was like, okay. I was like, I like to tell people my story. I was like, okay. So I was moving closer and closer to my dreams. And then when I learned about, sharing my story and coaching and motivation, and I was like, I feel like me. And that's so empowering when you feel your strongest, when you're doing what you love. When you do what, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But all I know is when I learned me, when I learned my own friendship, when I learned my own purpose, when I learned that I need me, I had to take care of me. I had to stop worrying about other people and their opinions and what they've said and what they like and what they say I can be. I had to learn, what do you say? But what does God say? Woo! I was like, okay, now we're going to have to do something with this. See, I don't know who has ever been there, but when God is speaking to you and he is telling you, close that door, you better close that door and don't open it again. When God is speaking to you and he's telling you, it's time for you to leave that job, you're not growing there, you're not happy there. Or he's telling you to leave a romantic relationship, he's telling you to leave a quote unquote friendship, and that's not a friend. That's a frenemy, it's an enemy, okay? Listen, okay? I'm telling you, transparently, this is not for views on YouTube. This is for me. This is for me. And the same thing for you. It should be for you. What fulfills me? What purifies my soul? What brings me peace? If you wake up in the morning and you go, ugh, I got to do this again, it's time for you to stop doing that. Or if every time that a person calls and you're like, oh boy, here we go again, why do you still have that relationship? See, it's all up to us. And that was one of the things that I had to learn in loving myself better. Don't stay in spaces you're not healing. Don't stay in places where people don't appreciate you. Don't stay where you are not benefiting. See, this is some real grown woman and grown man talk. Grown woman and I'm speaking to my grown folks, okay? I'm not the ones that just love to hear positive, inspirational messages. I'm talking about the ones that are ready to do something with it. What are you doing? See, I understand about, doing certain things, but learning to walk through it, learning to walk through the pain, learning to walk through the uncomfortability, learning to create the life that you want, curate it. I didn't know how monumental that was going to be, okay? Until I learned that I could curate my life to be a reflection of exactly what I needed it to be. See, I don't know how many of my motivators family are people of faith, but when I got on my knees, woo, when I got on my knees and I said, purify me, open my heart, open my soul, help me to be my best self, help me to find my purpose, help me to close the doors that is not serving me. Help me to be my best self. Help me to heal. Help me to forgive myself. Help me to believe in myself and have confidence, enough confidence that I can lead other people to theirs. And when I tell you, God has done that for me. And I'm grateful. Woo. I'm so grateful that I can help somebody to have their own level of confidence. I'm happy that I can tell somebody, I don't need that. I have me. Wow. I don't need to settle for crumbs when I got this overflowing. And let me tell you all something about loving yourself. When you get in that abundant mindset, you're going to be poor. You're just going to overflow opportunity. The doors of opportunity are going to open. See, it's because you're trusting the process. You're allowing yourself to be your best self. There's no more fakeness. It's no facade. You're transparent. See, when you empty yourself and you bury your soul, I'm only going to allow myself to be me. I'm only going to allow myself to live my life mission and my purpose. And I'm only going to have people in my life that love me as me. And I'm telling you, doors have opened. Yeah, people have dropped off. I'm not going to lie to you all. People have dropped off. You find out who are the fakes. Hey, famous, how are you? Happy Saturday. You find out who the fakes are, for real and for sure and for certain. You find out the fakes, the backstabbers, the manipulators, the control freaks, the jealous people. You find that out. But also, you find you. And I'm happy to report I found me. And I love her. I love her fiercely. And I'm never going to let anybody take me backwards. And there are always going to be people who are going to judge you for who you were, for what you did when you didn't know yourself. Yeah, there's going to be judgments. It's going to be a hard road, but don't give up. And I shed my tears, not for sadness. I shed my tears for freedom. I'm free now. Do you know what it's like to be held hostage? Doing what you hate? Being hostage in people's assumptions? Being hostage and you feel like you're drowning? Trying to be what other people want you to be? It's awful. It's the worst thing ever to be in a romantic relationship like that. To have relatives like that. To have quote unquote friends like that. Experience your freedom. I came on live. I didn't even know what I was really going to talk about, where I was going to go with this. But I'm following the word of the Spirit. And the Spirit is telling me, experience your freedom. I feel so good now dressing how I dress. And I don't have to show anything, The former me felt like I could only get what I wanted. I don't have to show cleavage. I don't have to show, you know, these your midriff. I don't have to show my tush. I have people, and people will respect you. See, it's time. I'm talking to my mature people. You don't have to show everything to capture an audience. When I started to be the real me, I'm humble, I'm modest, I love God, and I love myself. I'm telling you, God grew this channel. And He said, you better open up your mouth and share your story. Because there's people who need to hear that. People need to hear about the underdog. And I'm speaking to all my underdogs. There's a lot of you that people doubt you. And I know there's somebody here who somebody has said, you're nothing. You'll never be anything without me. They underestimate you. They don't know about willpower, drive, desire, a fight, a reset, and a hunger. See, that video is going to come out on Monday. I just did a powerful video. I hope you guys will be here on Monday for that premiere. But this is why I came on. This is why I came on. The message for the Spirit, and it said to speak. It said to be transparent. And it said to transform every single one of you on this Saturday. It said it's time for a transformation, not just for you. The transformation is for me too. And that's why now you're going to start seeing me walking. You're going to see me in the gym. You're going to see me stepping outside of my box. You're going to see all of the things that God is leading me to. Because I used to not want to share certain things about me. I used to be embarrassed about my story, and I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed to say I've had an eating disorder. Yes, I have. I came from a dysfunctional family. Yes, I have. I was a person that had very bad anger problems. I love to fight. Anybody who came in my face, I would slap you, I would kick you, I would punch you. I was definitely a control freak. I was jealous, but I was carrying all of the anger, the unresolved issues from my past. And until I slowed down long enough to look at myself in the mirror and I said, I don't like who I see. And that's why I stayed busy. I stayed in a crowd of people because I didn't want to work on me. See, and I had to learn to be silent and, by myself long enough to say, listen, you need to work on you. It's time for you to stop chasing other people's dreams and start chasing your own. You got people who are waiting on you. And I take that serious. So it's time for me to put my foot on the gas. I hope you guys are ready to put your foot on the gas. Let's get healthier. Let's get stronger. Let's plan. Let's love ourselves. Let's be stable mentally. Hey, Trina, blessings. Happy Saturday. Let's be our best self. Let's be good examples. Let's bring that to the floor. We're going to be good role models of class. We're going to be classy. We don't have to be trashy. You don't got to show everything. You don't have to be like all of this. You don't have to be a liar. You don't have to be a thief. You can be a good mother, a good father, a good brother, sister, cousin, role model, teacher. How about bringing back good friends? Let's be supportive in this community. See? Let's talk about real support, real love. If somebody needs something, say, can I help you? This is what I want to grow. This is my model and my form for this channel. Let's get people who are motivated for a purpose, and then let's support them. Yeah. How about that? Let's support them. That's what I came on live to say. Let's support each other. Yeah. Transformation motivation. Thank you, Miss Carol. Yeah. Everybody have a great weekend. My time is up. I'm about to go live on my other channel. If anybody wants to come over, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be a 4-hour live. Wow. What are we going to do for 4 hours? I have no idea. I'm going to send the link in Instagram before I go live to a few people. And one at a time, I'm going to ask if anybody wants to come up, or whenever you can. I'm going to send the links to some people. So first, I'm going to go to Instagram, send those links. And one at a time, people can come up and keep me company, because we're working on Watch Time on Life with Marlene. Because I have something, that channel is going to be dedicated in the future to my real life when I'm doing my motivational speaking. We're going to put our foot on the gas. Okay? You wasn't find me on Instagram. My Instagram is _Best Life Crew. _Best Life Crew. Thank you guys. Everybody be blessed. Everybody give yourself the permission. Be compassionate with yourself. Love yourself. Okay? You get one you. Give yourself the permission to heal, to thrive, and then put your foot on the gas. Put your foot on the gas and go at top speed. Okay, I'm going to see if I can go. Where is my iPad? I don't think I have my iPad. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to put this on here while I'm like, oh, of course, it's dead. Jill, if one of my mods, can one of you guys drop a link to my Instagram? Because I personally can't do it right now. And then I'll get on here. Yes, go at top speed, Jill. And I'll tell you, Jill, Comfort Zone. I love your food recipes. I want to see Jill having her a food channel and thriving and elevating. See, when I talk about elevation, I don't just mean for me. I want to see Jill thriving and being her best. Can you put a link to my Instagram so Jill can get it, or anybody else? Because I want to send out some links to some people if they can come over and support me on my Life with Marlene channel, because I'm going to be live there for 4 hours, and I definitely am going to need some support. I don't know what we're going to do. We might go for a walk. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do for 4 hours, but we're going to do something. Oh, I should take you guys for a drive to the beach, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I hope Jill can come up. I hope Famous can come up. I hope Geo can come up. Even if you guys can only stay 5 minutes, it's cool. I'll have my community come over there and support as much as they can. And then we'll just move on from there. But yeah. See, when I had a vision, when I came onto YouTube, I had a vision of what I wanted. I didn't come on here just to have one channel. I always came on here saying, no, not that one, Geo. My Instagram, _Best Life Crew. Could you put a link to it? Oh, okay, Jill. It's all good. Oh, sunset is at 6:20. Maybe maybe I'll do that and come back with a sunset. We'll see. We'll see what we do. I may do some organization and do a lot of stuff, but you guys come over and keep me company over there. If you can, you don't have to stay. I know 4 hours is a long time, and I don't expect you guys to. Yes, that one, Miss Carol. Thank you so much, Jill. That's my Instagram. Just go to Instagram and go to _BestLifeCrew, and that's what it says. The page is not found. I don't think so, Miss Jill, because I get messages all the time on Instagram. You don't know how to get the link? It's okay. But that's what it is, Miss Jill. You can, or you can just email me, Miss Jill, at my email is bestlifecrew at mail, M-A-I-L, not Gmail, mail.com, M-A-I-L. Okay? Okay, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I forgot to say this. Tomorrow, me and Delightful Dawn will be doing a topic on small shifts, okay? The power of small shifts. So, okay. See you guys on Life with Marlene if you want to come over. If not, I understand. And have a great rest of your day. Love yourself and love your life. This is Marlene Motivates. I am your life coach.